Hello, my name is Brian Mendez.
My name is Sterling Winfield.
My name is Adrian Curry.
I'm Raeven Smith.
And my name is Cierra, and our topic for today is about college students who feel like college isn't for them. And that's it.
Statistics show that in 2009, 70.1% of high school graduates applied for college. In 2014, 65.9% applied. In 2015, 69.2%. In 2016, 69.7%. Also, only 39.6% of college students attend college and drop out within their first year. 53% attend full time, but they struggle and don't want to continue, and 1/3 drop out completely.
There are some skills you should have before you go to college. Studying is one of the biggest ones. It is very hard to make it through college without studying. You should always be social with the people around you so you can build relationships because they will help you in the long run. And you should always be professional everywhere you go because your future boss could be watching you.
In class, you gotta make sure you take good notes because notes are gonna be helpful during exams like the midterms or pop quizzes as well. Don't miss deadlines. Professors are strict on deadlines. They don't really change them or there's space for error. So make sure you follow all of them and complete your assignments. Be organized. That's gonna help a lot. Make sure in your dorm or anything, keep stuff organized to where you know where everything is, and ask for help when needed. Don't be shy. Professors don't really care. You gotta learn either way. So, and also learn to take initiative, like in projects. You gotta learn how to step out. You gotta learn to be the leader, and that's gonna help a lot.
Okay, my name is Deja Rhodes. It's pronounced Deja, and I am a criminal justice major. I am an incoming freshman, and I am 19 years old.
Hi, my name is Brock Taylor. I'm a music major. I'm a freshman, and I'm 19.
Now tell me, did you ever believe that you were going to take in the major that you're doing right now before you got into high school and after you graduated?
Yes, I actually knew I wanted to be a criminal justice major because I watched Law and Order shows a lot and Special Victim Unit specifically. So I knew for a fact I wanted to be like an officer and go up to criminal investigator.
I did it well because I had a plan. I don't know if it might not still be my same plan, but I had a plan to become a music teacher and teach middle school kids so that I'll be prepared for college, and then when they get ready for high school, then in college they'll be even well on their way.
Do you feel like you made the right choice by coming to college?
Sometimes I have second doubts, but overall I think it was the best choice just to know like people from high school, they look up to you and they text you like, I'm so proud of you. And then your family, like I'm like first generation going to college, so I feel like I changed something. I made a tradition for like the younger kids in my family. So to answer your question, yes, I feel like it was the right choice.
Yeah, the same things. But yeah, what's going on?
Did you feel like you made the right choice?
Yeah, only reason why I didn't feel like I made the right choice was because I was really lazy and I'm being down on myself. But now that I'm actually here and I'm in space in the life, I actually like it. It's built me to a better person.
So y'all both feel that even though you feel that college wasn't for you, you now change your mind that it is for you?
Yes, especially being here at Fred HBCU.
And you can't judge a book by its cover as well, because I was like, college is hard for me. College is too much. I'm not good enough for college. But once I actually got here, then I'm like, oh, I like it. It's cool. You gotta work. It's a mindset. All that.
So, if you did not come to college, where do you think where you would be?
Okay, so I have like a few friends that like they're working a lot. Like they have like several jobs, they attend HCC and all of that. So I feel like that's where I would have been actually like going to HCC and then like working a lot, like just at home with my parents.
Me and my words. I forgot the question.
I couldn't do that. So, you know,
Okay.
I had to come to actual
If
university.
you did not come to
I
college, where do you
mean,
think?
I feel like I have to get out where I was from because
Okay, so I have
since
like
I've been in college, I had like two people that got been shot. So I feel like if I would have stayed, I would have probably been in a bad predicament, maybe, or just working, being a regular adult with no education. That's not a good.
Well, I'm happy y'all made these decisions. Thank you for being an interview.
My name is Adrian Curry, and I'm interviewing Dr. Osho today.
So,
Dr. Osho, could I please have your name, age, major, and plans before and after high
I
school?
feel like I have to get
My name is Dr. Osho. Currently,
in college.
I'm an associate professor of business. Graduated from Oklahoma State in economics. And got a master's in chemical engineering, petroleum in Russia. So did some schooling.
I'm happy y'all make these decisions. Thank you for being an interview.
What made you go to college?
College, science, chemical engineering, economics.
Okay. Do you think you made the right choice, or was that?
Well, I think I made the right choice in science. So eventually, from science to liberal art, which was a good thing that I did when I came to the United States.
Mm-hmm. Did you have any doubts?
Yes, I had a doubt, especially when I was choosing my first major because I really wanted to study pre-med and eventually chose science. So I doubted at one point, but eventually,
And I have one more question. If you didn't want to go to college or finish college, where would you be at?
Wow, that's a tough one. I'd probably play football or being in Hollywood, acting movies in Africa. Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Cierra, and this will be my interview for my professor, Professor Colomb. Professor Colomb, can you tell the people about yourself?
Yeah, so you wanted to know about undergrad for me? Yeah. Okay, so in undergrad, I was a double major in mathematics and psychology. Originally, I was a double major in mathematics and computer technology. But when I took general psych, I realized that it was something I was very passionate and interested in, particularly doing research in prejudice and stereotyping. And so I decided to drop the computer major, keep the math major, because A, it would help me for psychology if I went to grad school or got into grad school, and then B, if I wasn't able to get into it, I could go back to the original plan and get a master's in computer science. So.
Okay, what made you choose that field before? Did you plan on choosing that field before you got into high school and after graduating?
No, I didn't decide to do psychology until the beginning of my sophomore year. So I took general psychology as one of my required courses. Realized that hey, I could do research in these topics that I find very interesting and worthwhile, and then I changed out of computer science into psychology.
So was your original plan to go to college?
Yes.
What made you want to go to college?
So I lived in a very rural area of Vermont, which some people don't think of it that way, but it is. And I, saw the different options for jobs in my area, and I was like, I don't want any of this. And so I always treasured my mind and, doing various things with it. And so I figured that, it'd be a good idea for me to go to college, and then as I was in college, then pursue the specific interests that I had rather than pressures that I was getting externally to go into a worthwhile career. Some people didn't think of psychology that way, but
So would college be your original plan?
Mm-hmm.
So you wouldn't say that you would not have gone to college when you graduated high school?
The plan throughout high school was that I would go to college, get a degree, and then get a job in something that I was interested in, as opposed to, like working in a grocery store or something like that my entire life.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I did it for a side job to make some money in high school, and it was kind of interesting for the first few months, and then I was like,
Sleep.
yeah, really, this is a pit stop, not a full-time thing. So.
So what advice would you give to college students that feel like college is not for them before they get here and then after probably a semester or two?
So, I would advise do something that you're interested in. I mean, I know there's a more or less a cultural norm now of, you got to go to college, you got to get a degree, you might even need to get a graduate degree. But, there's plenty of jobs out there that don't require that. If you go to a trade school or something like that, you can have a variety of different career options through that. My former roommate's husband, ended up going to a technical school in order to become like a medical technician. I don't remember what the specific machine was or machines were, but he did that, and school wasn't for him either. Or like he tried college, didn't like it, and decided to do this instead. And so you can get some training for careers that don't require college and still end up in a job. And so I guess in a good job, as opposed to doing like 3 part-time jobs, which some people do. And so one of the things that might help in order for someone to figure out what kind of career that they should go into, I always think that it's a good idea to go into something that you are interested in, so that you'd be invested in it and you would enjoy your job. Because if you're working 40 plus hours a week on something, then hopefully you enjoy it to some level. One way to figure that out might be to take a career assessment survey or a career assessment inventory. I did this in high school, and I didn't believe some of my results. But it takes, you have X number of questions. It gives you some, based on your responses, gives you some things that would make sense for you to do. And I don't remember all of it that was on there, but I do remember psychology being high on the list, and I was like, why? And I just dismissed it. And then I actually took a class in psychology, and I was like, oh, okay, that is a thing I will do. And so if you're taking the inventory and taking it honestly, because it's for your benefit, it's not for someone else's benefit, it should give you some options that would fit you. And from there, stay open to them and investigate those options that it gives you that seem to be a good match. And look them up, look into them, and if it's something that you feel, this could be something I'm interested in, then go for it, as opposed to being miserable during your job all the time, which I would never recommend.
Well, thank you, Professor Colon, for all of your advice and all the things that you feel like students that feel like college isn't for them, that they should pursue what they feel like they should. Thank you.